Last video, I talked about Ranking of Kings. Whoops, not that one. Which was a super wholesome anime. But now, out of nowhere, this one pops up in my recommended. Is this addiction? Anyways, usually when it comes to Netflix anime, I tread lightly just cause they usually don't have the best reputation. Granted, there are good anime on Netflix like Devilman Crybaby or Komi-san, and it may not be Netflix's fault that some of them, for lack of a better term, flop. But come on man, you gotta admit, there are some straight trash anime on the platform. All this leads me to have some trust issues with Netflix anime. But there was one that came out this spring on Netflix that was actually pretty good. Kotaro Lives Alone is about, well, Kotaro living alone. Well, not entirely. The story follows Kotaro, a 4-year-old boy who moves into a small apartment by himself while developing relationships with his neighbors around him, to the point where they're basically family. Kotaro's neighbors are also varied, but also pretty compassionate. Karino is a shut-in manga artist who at first glance doesn't seem to have a caring bone in his body, until he sees Kotaro walking to a bathhouse alone at night. Or Mizuki, who acts as a mother figure to Kotaro while also working her night job as a hostess. Most of the neighbors have real-life problems of their own, but that never distracts them from trying to help Kotaro survive, whether it's physically or mentally. And in return, Kotaro, even being as young as he is, helps them get through their internal and real-world struggles, such as helping Karino deal with his not-so-encouraging editor, who only has good intentions, or helping Mizuki get through some tough times with her abusive ex. And even though all these adults around him have a lot on their plate, Kotaro suffers the most. You see, Kotaro had a rough childhood, with his mom ignoring him most of the time, and his dad being, well, batshit crazy. But eventually, his mother died, and he escaped his mentally abusive father. Now, Kotaro's living off his mother's life insurance, and he's been through some tough times, even resulting to eating tissues to survive. Kotaro's been forced into situations that it's unthinkable for a child to even endure, let alone a 4-year-old. But he's grown from those experiences, and you can see that he's capable of being on his own, even though you can see his childish side slip every so often. And it's so sad to see him actually get to act carefree like a kid, because you know he shouldn't have to act like an adult at his age. Honestly though, I was happily surprised when I discovered this series. Especially in an era where there's so much anime that comes out, it's difficult for a series like this to get the recognition it deserves. I mean, look at all this, just for the spring season, it's crazy. I don't even recognize half these series. Let's be honest, it's probably 80% isekai. Linden Films has been a bit wishy-washy over the years since they are responsible for the monstrosity that is Berserk 2016. Yes, that Berserk 2016. But they're slowly redeeming themselves ever since Tokyo Revengers, which was also one of my favorites last year, so go check it out. The one negative side of this studio is that some of their animation is a bit lacking, but hey, it's still a step up from that. Anyways, the studio's been getting better and they've been doing a great job since last year. In conclusion, Kotaro Lives Alone is a great slice of life comedy that really hits you in the feels, even though it's more depressing than comedic most of the time. It's also only like 10 episodes, so it won't take much of your time. The only drawback I can think of for this series is that the art style can look a bit plain sometimes, like Karino's design for example, but that could honestly just be showing the character's personality through his appearance. Also, Kotaro's eyes threw me off a bit initially, but he's actually super adorable when he gets that little glow in his eyes. Boji is still best boy though. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider subscribing and dropping a like. What did you think of Kotaro Lives Alone? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know down in the comments. Also, if you have any anime you want me to talk about, let me know down in the comments as well. I'm trying to upload more frequently, but sorry if I'm a little inconsistent in advance. It's been a bit difficult to try to juggle work and uploading, but I'm trying my best to get ahead and get a schedule started. Anyways, thanks guys. Later.